Golden Wildfire. What makes a king? Though victory is within their grasp, news of an unexpected incursion from Elmira forces Claude and the Alliance army to retreat. Driven by revenge, Elmira invades with a far larger battalion, led by none other than Prince Shahid. The Alliance hangs on by a thread, but Claude has another plan up his sleeve.
Looks like we made it back in time after all. The fighting hasn't really picked up yet. I'm sorry about all this. I dragged you on this forced march right after our first assault on the Empire just to face a new enemy on a new battlefield. I always thought Elmira might attack, but I never predicted they'd pull together an army this big.
This is exactly why I didn't think we should attack the Empire in the first place. But I'll admit that no one could have seen this coming. Sometimes you just get unlucky.
I don't think there was any avoiding this.
Well, at least the Imperial Army didn't come after us, so our troops are still battle-ready.
And there's been enough meat in our rations to keep me energized and raring to go!
Thanks to the support from Margrave Edmund, we've had plenty of provisions. There is no reason we should not be able to fight effectively.
That doesn't change the fact that messing up now could mean the end of the Alliance. All because of my miscalculation. Come on, we always dump all the tough planning on you. We've got nothing but appreciation for the work you do, Claude. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. What matters is that we made it here in time.
That's what counts, right? Come on, Claude. Let's get moving.
Sounds like I'm the one who needs to get his head on straight. Okay, time to put all that behind us and focus on driving back this invasion.
No movement on the Empire side, huh? All this quiet only makes me more anxious.
Perhaps what keeps them at bay is the fear of having to face the famed hero of Daphne.
Irvin, do my ears deceive me, or did you just make a joke?
I do not jest. Your being here is the only thing preventing me from surrendering to the Empire this very instant.
You can drop the traitorous villain act. I know you've done more for the Alliance than anyone else.
You give me far too much credit. All that has ever mattered to me is ensuring the well-being of the common folk in my territory, not the Alliance itself.
And that's what makes you a great lord in my book. Or rather, it made you one, I suppose.
Indeed, now I am but a humble retiree, ready to enjoy my decrepitude. Maybe now, people will actually leave me be.
I wouldn't count on that. You'll have plenty of unwanted company if the Empire attacks.
Oh, I do not think we need concern ourselves over that. If the Empire had any intention of continuing their war with the Alliance, they would have struck already. I imagine they have reconsidered their plans following that last battle. It was foolish of them to start a war on two fronts in the first place, but it would be even greater folly yet to continue after witnessing the might of the Alliance.
Hold on. Are you saying the reason you volunteered to defend the Great Bridge is because you figured it wouldn't be attacked?
Now there is a thought.
Humble retiree, my foot. You're just as shrewd as ever.
You honor me, Lady Judith.
Guess that's good enough for today.
Leonie, I should have known it was you making all this racket so deep into the night.
Oh, hey Lawrence. Yeah, I usually get an extra session or two in by myself after everyone else finishes their drills. A good mercenary is always ready for battle, you know. There's no telling when one might break out.
So even your mind is as sharp as a blade. Come to think of it, I was relieved to hear you had become a mercenary. And yet, pangs of guilt clawed at my heart.
Huh? Why? What's that got to do with you?
Quite a bit, if I may be frank. Your home, Son, sits nestled firmly within House Gloucester territory. Embarrassing as it may be to admit, I hadn't entirely realized that fact when we began at the Officers' Academy. But once the school shut down, I began to wonder what became of the students who hailed from our lands. I couldn't help but investigate further.
Uh-huh. And that's when you found out where I was from. What I'd been through.
Yes. As the heir to House Gloucester, it is my natural-born duty to concern myself with the well-being of my citizens. It must have been difficult indeed, scrounging up the funds required to attend Garrick Mock. I would hate for someone who has already been through so much to suffer any further hardship.
Well, some of the money we paid the church got back to us when the academy closed, at least. That's pretty much it. Not an ounce of help finding a job. And definitely nothing from the Count. So I started training, sharpening my skills as a mercenary. The rest was luck.
I am truly sorry, Leonie. Allow me to apologize personally, both as your former classmate and as a noble in my father's stead.
Stop that. It's not your fault. I chose to leave my village. I'm the one who decided to try and make it on my own. And I would have been protected by the nobility if I'd stayed in the village, right? But that's not the path I picked. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if more commoners start making decisions for themselves someday.
You mean to say the nobility will become obsolete?
That's not what I said. There are plenty of people out there who still depend on you for protection. That's not gonna change. At the same time, I don't think you could keep every commoner safe even if you wanted to. The time we're living through is proof enough of that. So I'm sure you'll get plenty more people who make the exact same choice I did. Probably not for a while, though.
An era of change at the heart of the nobility. Commoners that are no longer content with just being commoners.
At last, our full army is finally assembled. Soldiers as far as the eye can see. Drink it in, Adair. It is quite a sight to behold.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It should be child's play for an army of this size to break through Fodlan's throat. They may as well crown me king of Elmira right now.
I sure hope you're right about that.
Who knows where Khalid is now? But I can just imagine the look of despair on his face when he hears of what I have accomplished.
He has no clue how to lead an army this big, and yet he's already bragging of his victory. I'm under no obligation to follow Shahid any further. Perhaps it's finally time to do as I please.
Not many people in Elmira could mobilize an army this massive. If it's not the king, it's gotta be one of the princes. Which means Shahid's definitely their commander. What's up? Something wrong? Yeah, not especially.
You sure? Because I definitely just heard a "we've got a problem" sigh.
There's nothing to worry about, really. And besides, I can't see any other way around this. I'll just have to do what needs to be done. That's all there is to it.
I feel like I'm missing something.
My lord, we have made ready to intercept the attackers and await your signal.
Right. Here goes. Listen up, everyone. The enemy may have an advantage in size, but they're little more than a disorganized mob. We can defeat them. No, we will defeat them. Drive them back today, and we'll toast our victory tonight. Charge! Disorganized mob or not, their sheer numbers are impressive. But Lester will be done for if we let them break through. We have to take out the enemy leader at all costs.
Let's start by taking care of the enemies near our base.
Let's show them what we got!
Got it.
Not a problem. Sorry. Guard this place with your lives.
I will not allow this to be a repeat of before. Do not spare a single soldier! Crush them immediately!
They're trying to take our base through brute force. Brace yourselves, everyone!
Uh-oh! The enemy's attacking our base!
Hey, it's...
Time to wreck stuff!
Charge!
At this rate, we may succeed in overcoming the first wave of attackers.
We have managed to protect our base. Enemy reinforcements have taken up positions in the north and south. We will not be able to use the same tactics as before.
Then we'll just have to shake things up. Let's steal their strongholds and light the beacons.
The beacons? Ah, I see! You mean to lure them in? There is a signal from one of our strongholds? What an obvious trap. As if we would fall for something like that, you fools.
So it's begun. Prepare to carry out the plan. Charge!
We've lit 2 beacons, but the enemy isn't doing anything.
We've lit all the beacons now. The enemy forces should be able to see them.
Do not be fooled by those beacons. We will overwhelm the enemy with our sheer numbers.
Looks like we've got more enemy troops on our hands. Was drawing them over here really a good idea, Claude?
We've got them right where we want them. Now, we'll pretend to attack the northern front and... well, I won't spoil the surprise.
Got it.
You'll surrender quietly if you know what's good for you. Now is our chance. Go!
Did you see the beacons? Everything's good to go on our end. How about you?
I've been waiting for ages, kiddo. Let's get started.
Prince Shahid, General Nadir has defected. He was working with the enemy? Show him what fate awaits a traitor! Kill him!
So he's going straight for our linchpin, is he? Everyone defend Nadir.
Attack! Give them no quarter! Hey, who needs protecting? As if I fall here.
True, you are Nadir the Undefeated. But I like to make sure I've covered every possibility.
I never would have imagined we had an Almiran general on our side. We must use this opportunity to gain the advantage. You still haven't killed Nadir? Surely only a small handful of troops defending him. This is much worse than I anticipated. We have no choice but to retreat and regroup.
We'll regret it later if we let them leave now. Don't let the enemy leader get away.
At least you're not a coward.
That was cool, Balti. Though you used to be even cooler.
I don't care who, but someone has to hold off the enemy while I make my retreat!
If we can bust open that stronghold, we'll be able to get ahead of Shahid and block his escape.
He's going to get away! Chase him down, now!
He may be running, but I seriously doubt he's the type to give up so easily.
I order every soldier on the front line to attack, and I will cut down anyone who does not obey!
Attack the gate now!
Take a breather. Yeah.
We'll be in a good position if we can capture this stronghold.
This should stop the threat from the rear.
Time to wreck stuff!
got...
Fallen cowards! The likes of you could never kill me!
Come then, gallant warrior of Elmira. Put my cowardice to the test.
I will become king of Elmira! A barbarian like you could never defeat me! Fool and scum! Kill me if you can!
Ready to die? Get done! Take this!
Everyone, focus on the Elmiran leader. If we defeat him, we win the whole battle. Give it up, Shahid. It's over. You lost.
Let fly that arrow, then. I'll never kneel to the likes of you!
But that isn't what I'm asking for you to do here. Let's end this. Come on.
You little brat. I'd sooner die!
Thanks for that.
Look, Claude. If you can't do it, then I will.
No. This is my burden to bear. I never wanted things between us to end this way. I'm so sorry, brother.
I'm sorry, Claude. It looked like you were hesitating, so I...
Don't worry about it. I never would have found my resolve if not for you.
So that Shahid guy, was he your...
Don't say it. Honestly, it's not even about that. That look of desperation on his face just... tugged at my heartstrings, is all. You know, I thought a guy like me would be impervious to this kind of thing. Looks like I don't know myself as well as I thought. But now that I know, I won't make the same mistake again. We should go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Claude.
You're looking at the...
All right! We did it!
The rest of the Elmiran soldiers seem to have simmered down. I guess it's because they lost their commander?
That Shahid guy must have been the only one who actually wanted to fight us.
Claude, I believe you owe us an explanation. Why are you and this Elmiran general on such amiable terms?
I guess you could say he looked after me a bit when I was a kid.
Before you joined House Regan, you mean? How did you two come to meet in the first place? It is difficult to fathom the circumstances that would lead someone in Fodlan to make the acquaintance of an Elmiran general.
It's a long story, so I'll just cut to the chase. It turns out Elmira isn't as unified as many believe. After the battle 2 years ago, I went to Nadir to see if there was a way we could partner up if something like that were to happen again.
You see, I served the king of Elmira directly as a retainer. I was never obligated or inclined to obey Prince Shahid. The prince was obsessed with starting a war with Fodlan, in the hopes that he could distinguish himself enough to secure a path to the throne. This probably comes as no surprise, but he didn't have any kind of plan whatsoever beyond clearing Fodlan's throat.
Once I caught wind of the situation, I thought it'd be best to have Nadir and Holst get to know each other before things really got out of hand.
Wait, Holst, you've already met him?
Yes. Nadir the Unstoppable and I have been nemesis of a sort for years now.
It's actually Nadir the Undefeated, but go on.
But when we met, he declared that he was willing to band together, if doing so would prevent Almyra's name from being sullied. Well, that right there nearly moved me to tears. Before long, we were drinking and celebrating our newfound brotherhood.
Your newfound what now?
Ah, I take it you're Holst's sister. Then that makes you my sister too. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I'm actually full up in the brother department.
Getting back to the story, I'd been trying to nip Shahid's foolhardy war in the bud for a while. But the prince was always as stubborn as an ox, and so, that's how I ended up here with this gigantic army. Luckily, though, I spotted my newfound brother defending the throat with the kiddo and his army. It's a shame about the prince, but I'm glad we were able to help stop the attack on Fodlan.
Does that explanation satisfy you, Lawrence?
I cannot help but feel there is more to the story. But for now, I will happily thank General Nadir for his assistance.
You have my gratitude as well. You all helped me prevent another blow to Almyra's reputation. Now, in Almyra, it's traditional to throw a grand feast after a battle. We eat, sing, and dance till we can't move anymore.
Oh yeah? Claude has the same tradition. Wait, but that means...
We may have failed to capture any Imperial territory, but we succeeded in defending the Alliance. So tonight, we celebrate in style. I hope you're all ready, because it's gonna be a feast for the ages.
Hey! I was right! It's feasting time!
So that's what you mean. Should have known.
Mutton, jerky, steak! This is the best meat party ever!
Slow down, Raphael. Just how much are you planning to eat?
Oh, this is delicious. It has a nice, delicate sweetness to it. It really does. I wish I could share some with Dorte.
Dorte? Who's that?
Oh, that's your friend, right, Marianne? The horse one.
My brother! You haven't had nearly enough to drink! Come on now, bottoms up!
And you need to eat something. I prepared the food myself, you know. Try the mushrooms. They came out perfect.
The war is far from over, but these people are acting like they don't have a care in the world.
Keeping your guard up all the time is just gonna tire you out. Everyone needs to unwind every now and again.
Then why isn't the man of the hour partaking in the festivities?
Now that you mention it, where is Claude? Claude, what are you doing out here? Oh, hey there. Just thought a little fresh air would do me good. Hit the bottle a little too hard? Can't say I blame you. It's been a while since we've cut loose like this. Yeah, that could be it.
You've got to wonder what's really running around in that mind of his. He never revealed his dealing with Count Gloucester, nor that he befriended an Almyran general. He's probably hatching a new scheme right now. Not that he'd ever tell us about it.
What are you thinking about, Claude? Huh? Oh, not much. Just letting my mind wander a bit now the battle's finally over. Well, I guess I should rejoin the festivities. Come on, let's go be merry. It still feels like he's got this wall around him. Hard to say if we're ever gonna really understand each other.
I'm sure you will one day. After all that's happened, he's come to depend quite heavily on you. Although, if you really want him to see you as someone he can turn to, you'll need to get stronger. That man harbors many secret ambitions. I wouldn't expect him to back away from this war anytime soon.
Sounds pretty tough when you put it like that.
Oh yes, he'll say all of this is for everyone else, but he has aspirations of his own too. Just like us and our goal of slaying the Ashen Demon. If you grow stronger for Claude's sake, it'll benefit your own aspirations as well. He may not be your partner in destiny, but yours is a valuable relationship nonetheless.
Hey, Arval?
Yes?
Don't you think you're getting a bit too obsessed with this little grudge match?
Maybe so. Though I don't believe that's all there is to it.
What do you mean?
I suppose it just feels like our destiny, like it's something we're meant to do.
It is now 1182. The Great War incited by Edelgard has continued to engulf Fodlan, but slowly begins to change course. The Alliance's battle with the Empire ends without a victor. After facing the Almirans, the Alliance focuses on rebuilding, while the Kingdom's conflict with the Empire stalls. 6 months will pass before the wheels of change turn again. But when they do, it will be because one ambitious man sets them in motion.